So the familiar start is here. The three of you awake in your cryo-sleep sarcophagi to the sound of sirens ripping metal. You barely get to the escape pods before the ship is torn apart. Sometime later, you land on this unknown RimWorld. As the pieces of the shredded starship fall around you, you make plans to survive. Now, Alpha 13 is a lot like Alpha 12 in plenty of ways. I mean, it's still kind of the same game. You're going to get some new options here. We'll go into what some of those mean later on. First thing is first here, we got some boomalope over there, which is pretty interesting, and we have some monkeys, so we do have some new units or lots of new animals. I imagine we're going to be seeing quite a few hostile animals. Because we are in the jungle, it is the 6th of winter. We did choose an automatic start time, but we have alpacas, which is pretty good. We do have some mountainous range here, but you can see we have compact machinery over here. Good things to dive into. We don't want to go too far. We want to go somewhere that's defensible, but we don't want to go somewhere that is completely devoid of resources. I do want to be near some kind of geothermal vent. And it doesn't look like there's a vent there, and we don't want to be too close to the edge of the map. So geothermal stuff may have to wait a little bit from the looks of it, but that's okay. Yeah. There's a few other new things to talk about, though. Like I said, usually one of the longer parts of this is just the start. So let's go ahead and unforbid all the things. We are going to have plenty of resources. We're going to have wood that we get to deal with. We're going to have lots of stuff to play with. We do have an animal named Justin, who's a female husky. We'll just see if we can rename her Justine, maybe. Maybe not. Oh well. Tracking needs. Well, we'll get someone training on this in just a minute. Definitely want to train you to haul. And another new part is that and this goes into the compacted machinery, components. Lots of buildings that you can create require components. So fortunately, components can be found in things like compacted machinery over here. They can be found also in ship chunks like this, which we're going to go ahead and actually order these to be deconstructed. We are going to have enough chunks at first, but let's try and take a good survey of the map here for a good starting position. This is near some water. This is near, we got another ship chunk here. We just want to go ahead and get all the things as best we can. We definitely don't want to start too close to the edge of the map. And this is a really weird one because we have a whole area over here to try and walk to. And we actually have some boars over here as well. So it might be a good idea for me, and I know some of you probably thought this the moment you saw me pan over here the first time. We already have some buildings that are built. I don't know for sure if they're roofed or not, but we have some rough slate over here. We have some compacted steel already. We have some machinery, actually some gold as well, which will be good to sell. And more importantly, if we start right around here, we can dig through over here and kind of connect the map, at least a little bit. Now, if we can make this a very secure position, hopefully we won't have raiders come in from over here. That's kind of the alternative. Oh, capybaras, how cute. All these new animals to slaughter and hunt, I guess. But if we do it this way, we make our base over here, we're reasonably close to a steam geyser. And plus we have what looks like some decent soil here, marshy soil. Okay, that may not be decent, but we have it anyway. So I think this is a good place to start. Boomalopes are going to be very interesting because that means if they explode at all, we're going to have lots of fire on our hands. But welcome to the jungle, you're going to die. Okay, first thing is first, other than unpausing here. Let's go ahead and make our basic stockpile. Let's see, where do we want to kind of dig in? If we're going to do, I mean, there's a few options here. I could go all the way up here. And you can see we do have the edge of the map. There are some other fundamental changes. I mean, I just really want to have those boars kind of nearby, but I like this natural defense. So if we go around here, if I really want to press hard, I could try and just start over here. That's a very defended position. But I still think it may be better for us if we're going to go subterranean to kind of start here, work our way up. We can build around and we can make appropriate defenses. So that seems like a good thing to do. Plus we have plenty of arable land. So let's do just that. Let's make a stockpile. This will just have everything for now. And let's look at our characters one more time. Clumsy Mind, who loves the heat and has no shooting skills but is a good meleeer. Congratulations, you get the plasteel knife. Hey, Clumsy Mind, guess what? You have both your legs again. If you watch the other brief series. He does have a scratch scar, but he also has both legs. So that's improvement. Indigo is definitely going to be getting the survival rifle, which means Yumaz here, who is not the best shot, but not the worst shot ever, gets the pistol. Now, Yumaz is more of a lover than a fighter, I guess. We all know that from XCOM, correct? Oh, actually, there's another Steam geyser right here. So this is a totally reasonable place to start. And I think we're probably about time to... I can use some of these areas. I'm going to go ahead and unpause just so we can start moving around here. I'm going to use some of these areas over here just as little sleeping areas for now until we can get set up here. So all we need to do is just structure here, steel wall, steel door. So that'll give us a little room to start with. Now, the other thing I need to do is go ahead and assign the work order. I always do manual work order, and something I've run into, and may just be luck of the draw, because I've watched some other people play this game too, and they definitely did not have the same issue I did, is that I seem to have a tendency to get people who do not like fighting fires. Like, you are cold tolerant, frostophile, psychically dull, incapable of scary work. So, say I have somebody come in and try and set stuff on fire. It's all Clumsy Mind, the scientist. Okay, well, let's see here. Who's our best doctor? Our best doctor is Yumaz. You can be backup doctor. But we do want to assign people to bed rest, just because that is a bit of a change here. Flicking switches is the same. You'll see a few of these things have changed name. We'll talk about it in just a little bit. We don't really need anyone being a warden right now, so I'll keep that down to 3. Animal handling, we do want to train that husky, so we'll put that on 2. That husky may not get trained very fast, but at least we have some other people who can do that. Cooking. Cooking is going to be Yumaz, and we do need to cook. Hunting. Hunting is probably going to be... Well, nobody's that great at hunting. I guess we'll keep Indigo up there for now. We don't have to hunt a lot just yet, at least. So construction, we'll keep this all up here. Who's going to be our primary builder? We don't have people that are really great at construction, but you have a passion for it, so hopefully we can skill up over time. Kind of like Clumsy Mind has a passion for this, so hopefully you don't screw it up. So cooking, growing, all good. Mining. We want you mining when you're not building. We'll set everyone else to kind of back up mine as well. And I'm just going over these as everyone's slowly putting their stuff out here. We don't have too much in the way of plant cutters. We're going to need that for our areas here. So we'll put that on 2. We don't got to worry too much about smithing, tailoring, or art just yet. Just know that Indigo has good passions for that. We do need everyone to haul. Wow, you won't even haul. I guess I should have. Well, you bring a lot of other stuff to the table, right? What's he doing right now? Taking a packaged survival meal. Yeah. I mean, you're going to be our primary researcher, which research has changed a little bit too. So what else? Work. Clean. We want things to be clean, and we do have 2 researchers, actually. So Clumsy Mind will be on that. We can keep you as a good backup here. So science should not necessarily be an issue, but as we're getting all of our stuff in here, we got some materials. We got silver. I remember the first time I played RimWorld and was making everything out of silver, thinking I was... It's like, well, I have a lot of this resource. I'll make a silver wall. Not the best idea. Okay. We do want to actually go ahead and make a animal sleeping spot as well. And we're not going to be keeping at this molasses crawl much longer here. I do need to start figuring out a few things. Let's talk about some of the things that have changed, though, because we are on Cassandra Classic and she is going to send some stuff to us pretty soon. There still are all of these things. Butcher's table, tailoring, bench. I could potentially make this a room or a place just to keep stuff. Let's go and pause this, because it looks like, okay, he's just hauling right now. So we're okay there. But there are some changes. Like if you look, for instance, there is a new fuel generator, which I do have a lot of wood, but you do have to manually run it. So we are going to need some electricity. Solar panels and wind turbines are still where it's at. We're just going to have to cut a lot of trees. Security's largely the same. Joy stuff's largely the same. You don't start with ship stuff unlocked, and you don't start with all this stuff, especially in the misc section. You can have marriage spots or party spots just to let people do all of their social things here, but at least for the time being, we're going to be mostly hauling, and if we don't exactly sleep inside or outside the first night, that's okay. I do want to go and start setting up some dormitories, and we do want to get some of these things together. So let's go ahead and just do some orders here. I mean, we have this little sleep room for now, but I think this is probably the best place to punch in. Now, one thing that we do want to do first is to set up a place where we can do some cold storage. Because, as you can tell, there's a lot of animals and we'll want to have a lot of food. Actually, the number one thing I should be doing, let's just pause this real quick, is setting up some growing zones. Now, we do have some animals that we're going to have to deal with in terms of growing zones. But this is still an okay place to have it. This area is fairly defensible. Let's kind of inset it over here a little bit. Okay, so 7 by 10, 7 by 10. That seems like an okay start. So there's still things you can grow. Note some of the plants' names have changed. Like we do have heel root, which it used to be Zerigium. Same thing though, does herbal medicine. We still have potatoes, which is good. And we do have, instead of potatoes here, let's do rice. So that way we can have some more stuff. And then let's do one more growing zone. Like right around here. This doesn't have to be as big, but this is just going to be cotton. We can just go ahead and start the cotton plan now. I could possibly grow some hay grass just because there's going to be a lot of stuff to feed here. And we could plant trees, but truth is that we have a lot of trees. So we may not need to do that right away. So working, who's going to be our miner? We don't really have a primary miner. We have some people who will build. So I guess we can put your mining on too. But that way we have Clumsy Mind who's going to be hauling pretty hard. Umaz is going to start doing some farming. And hopefully, just hopefully, we can start getting some stuff together here. I think it's time to hit the speed up button. So there's Indigo. Doing good. We got some mining that's going to get started here in a little bit. We do have 4 packaged survival meals. That will increase over time. But one thing that we are going to have to do here... Actually, misclicked one thing. Is that we will need to set up at least one place to have the heat vents. So if we do mining up here. So I do want to keep that refrigeration room a little bit more open. We can go ahead and set up some dormitories. What do you want to do? Probably just 6 by 4 seems okay. We don't want to get too big or too small. Not 7 by 4, 6 by 4. So that can be multiple places for people to live. And we'll probably do one more up here. Let's just go ahead and do it this way too. Because the other thing that we are going to want for sure, if we start this area over here, is we're going to want a common area where everyone can just eat and chill. So we'll keep that right here. That way we're mostly living inside. You can see that everyone's kind of in here. This is a constructed roof, so now everyone's inside. If we look, all the animals are sleeping. Our needs right now, very crowded, hungry, slept on ground, shared bedroom, and a little bit of pain, ugly environment. Technically, if I'm starting on challenge, I don't want to be pissing off my people this badly. But if we look at social, you can see all these things here, like good opinions of everybody, father and son. Oh, wow, actually, another thing that's pretty interesting. Clumsy Mind, you're married, and you have a wife who is hostile, part of the Jacker unit. So factions here. Oh my god, everybody hates us. We got okay, we got a tribe, pirate, pirate, pirate. Oh my god, this is gonna be a fun one. We have no friends. We actually have no friends. That is hilarious. Alright, so you can see it's already freaking, well, not super hot out here, but we're getting some waviness. As everyone's kind of moving around, just getting stuff started. We got a lot of wood here. We do need to go ahead and just order that some of this wood get chopped. Mainly because I'm going to need some power here soon. And in order to best affect this having power, we are going to need to have, let's see, our solar panels are good. We'll put them over here. Well, that's where we're planting stuff. We'll put them over here. Big thing is that I don't want to give any adversaries that we have places to get cover, especially if we're going to be bunkering down over here. So we'll put them kind of... Let's build 2. You see now these... Oh, I'll click on it again. Solar panels do actually take components. So that is an important consideration. But once again, you can build wind turbines on top of solar panels. So that is a definite positive here. We are going to have to cut down some trees, but I do kind of like having both power sources here early. Even though we're going to be, if we're going to be building some batteries, I guess we're going to put it in our battery storage here. Let's go ahead and get 1 cooler. Technically, it's probably better if I put 2 coolers here, but we'll start with the 1. And let's go ahead and just put our power. Where do we want to... Oh, Justin's being attacked by a cougar. Oh no. Oh no. Look, we got new things. Cougar right here. Justin right here. We already have... We're having a good time already. So we see the little progress bar here. Okay, please move here. Please move over here. We gotta take out a cougar in a hurry, right? Fire at the cougar. Fire at the cougar. I hope we don't have a dead dog right away. Oh, injured dog. Okay. Oh no. Well, Justin's dead. I guess we have some fresh meat. That's terrible. But Justin was bonded to Indigo. It's really nice to start with the Husky. But, oh look, it's actually eating the corpse too. So there's Clumsy Mind. Clumsy Mind, you know what? I think we need you to run from the cougar. How much health does that damn cougar have? Animals are pretty dangerous, that's for sure. Okay, and it's dead. We need batteries. And we need cold storage. So let's go ahead and just... I said, that's sad. I was really excited to start with the Husky, too, because that's good animal training. But bonded animals' death... I mean, it was barely bonded. But sad just the same. So we do have a dead cougar. Missing body parts, dead for less than a day, not refrigerated. Social. Cougar has no social. But we do have actually some wild berries, so that's a start. Ugh, rough way to go. That cougar just kind of popped up out of nowhere, but welcome, once again, welcome to the jungle, as it says. Alright, now this is going to be a place for food and medicine. And we will make this important, so that way all the food gets hauled in there. And we're going to make this another just good area, so let's undraft. It's a little dangerous, as it were. Alright, so power while we're at it. Once again, very, very fascinating start. That's what I've always enjoyed while playing RimWorld. It's the fact that, and I think the developer, Tynan, said it very well, this is more of a like story simulator than anything else. So let's see if we can, okay, we don't want these things to spoil. I mean, it's sad that Justin's dead. And if we look at Indigo's needs here, you'll see bonded animal died. There's all kinds of new things here. Oh, such a tender, unique animal. This universe is evil. Minus 15, but we'll see if he breaks or doesn't break. So we definitely need to... We have a lot of steel. We should have enough steel to make this happen. And we do have an area of compacted steel right here, too. So maybe we can get, since we're not researching yet, let's get Clumsy Mind on the mining plan. A little more. So they're all eating. Said we need to make a little place to eat. I guess I could make that here until we get this other place open. Let's do that. And then we can just put a furniture here. We got a lot of wood. Let's make a wood table. Now let's make some stools. Alright. So at least there's a place to eat. We do have cold storage here. You can see Clumsy Mind. Bit of a slower miner. We do need to expand the zone. Wait until Clumsy Mind's done there. Yeah, we got lots of trees to cut down, lots of wood just available. Let's see, we got medicine, we got potatoes. We got another cougar over here. So I guess we need to kill that cougar eventually, because it's wandering. I mean, it'd be really great if I could tame a cougar, have a pet cougar. But it's not exactly trying to fight anybody right now. I guess until that changes, right? Said, okay. Alright, we have a visitor as well, so spoils in one day. Visitor from Camper's Cliff is visiting the colony, Felix Melor. And he just has a shoddy pistol. He may get eaten by a cougar too, I don't know. We'll see here. So this is currently blocked by a tree. We definitely need to prioritize that. Right, we actually don't have a battery in here yet, do we? I thought I built one in here. I guess not. We don't really need more than 2 right now. Other things we need to build include production here. Always the first thing you want to build. You want a steel butcher table. And you want a steel electric stove. Which we could use a fueled stove, but we're going to go with the electric stove. And that way we can have a little bit more room for the stockpile, but we don't need all the room. So let's expand that briefly. Right, so those will get built. You want to knock this down to like 20, 22. We got to make sure this will actually let us store corpses as well. So animal corpses. Not mechanoid corpses. Just animal corpses. So you got it, clumsy? Oh, we don't want to bury it. We don't want to forbid this either. Haul it. And haul it as well. Because we want these things to be frozen so they don't spoil before we build all these other things. So we actually have places where we can sit down and get this out, which is good. So darkness comes again. And Melor doesn't look like he has anything. He's just from Carpenter's Cliff. Yumaz is still planning like a boss. Can I actually get you to cut this for me, please? That'd be great. It looks like there's 2 trees. Because we want just a little bit of wind power. And we can keep all this stuff powered for hopefully sometime. Then once we build the dormitories, we should be at least in an okay position here. We are going to need some defenses. The game's kind of giving a nudge, nudge, warning, warning. Need batteries, low food. Need meal source. So it looks like we're going to be hunting here in just a pretty short order. Alright. I do agree that we do need some security. We do have a little bit of a choke point here. I am just going to start with a steel turret. We actually don't have enough stored steel. That's cute. Let's go ahead and order this mine and this mine. That should give us enough for now. And this is going to be a little bit of a different game where I do have a... okay, a chunk of spacecraft has fallen and landed nearby. You can left click on these to find out where they are now. So it looks like we're going to be decent on components, and that's not too far away. Alright, so we do have our freeze box here, which is good. We do have our mini dining room for now. This is going to change. And I do want to go ahead and actually... one thing I always forget to do here is just to make a quick junk stockpile. Make it like right here. Let's clear this. Let's just make this our chunks. And we'll make it preferred. That way when we start moving some of these chunks, everyone will actually go around here. So visitors are leaving. We have defenses slowly becoming available. We have a monkey that is sleeping. And how do we want to start here? Okay, so it looks like you've been here for a while. Indigo suggested you give the colony a name, La Manita. I don't know. Maybe we can call it Justine's Hollow. I guess Justin, because technically is a... we'll call it Justin's Hollow, if only because we lost a dog that we will soon eat. Oh, monkey down. Okay, so that cougar is just going to hunt everything. And it ate it too. I kind of want to shoot up and destroy that cougar. But maybe, just maybe. What handling skills do we have here? 8 for Clumsy Mind. Can we possibly... Can we possibly tame it? We don't have meat yet. Oh, 1% chance of attacking upon failed tame attempt. Well, we'll see here, because I think that that cougar could be our friend, but I do need to get some meat first. So we'll put that down to 3. Yuma's still planting, and who can we hunt? Not the boomalopes. Alpaca seems good. This would be a good way to practice shooting. Cougar, probably not the best option. Chinchillas. Oh man, there's just all kinds of tasty animals. Still remember when a friend of, or relatives of some friend of mine learned I used to have a pet guinea pig, and it's like, really? Because we used to have guinea pigs all the time. We just kept them in a shed. And when we wanted to have dinner, we'd just get one out from the shed. It's like, oh, Ecuador. Just have your shed of, not chinchillas, but guinea pigs. They're all cavies anyway. So we got a meal source. We have all the monkeys. Now, who is our hunter primarily? Right now, we don't have a primary hunter. Let's change that. Because we need meat. And we need Yumas to start cooking here. So we actually don't have a stove here. We do have a butcher table. Mad animal. Great. We want to butcher a creature, and we want to do this forever. Local monkeys gone mad. Hey, hey, we're the monkeys. We're all just monkeying around. And is he coming? Is he coming? Is he coming? He's coming. Well, let's start with the hunting, the most dangerous game. So Yumaz is going to go ahead and butcher... Okay, here he comes. Yumaz, we might want you here too. Oh, not Clumsy Mind. Alright. Let's go ahead and undraft you. I think Clumsy Mind's got this under... Nope, Clumsy Mind does not have it under control. Clumsy Mind is injured. Did Clumsy Mind lose an arm? Okay, so we got a scratch here. Let's change this to medical. And we can get some treatment going. Alright, definitely want to unforbid this corpse. As long as we don't explode the boomaloops. What else do we have? We have snakes? Oh, cobras. A female cobra. She's going to have babies soon. Alright, so Clumsy Mind fully healed. Big thing is to avoid infection. I'm glad once again that cougar does not seem to care very much about us. Like I said, I think that leaves open the promise of some good coming out of that. So now that we do have some meat in reserve, I do think we can start working on taming this cougar. So let's put Clumsy Mind up there. He's not going to need to handle all the time. He's just going to need to handle enough of the time. Because we still have an animal sleeping spot right here. So let's see, 1% chance on a failed tame attempt. Give some meat. Oh, well. Tame failed. So it's going to take a little bit of going here. But that's alright. Still, I think we're progressing fairly well. We have rain that's still destroying some of our survival meals. But once we can get this built, we really do need the stove. It just needs some work here, but we're hunting critters, and that's okay. Clumsy Mind, can you haul this for me real quick? Thank you. And Indigo, I know you want to sleep, but before you sleep, can you actually build the electric stove we talked about before? Seems like a decent plan. Alright, so pretty soon we got the social area up here. We got rooms that are going to be started. I think it's fairly okay if we wait just a bit. We want to do until we have, I think 12 is a decent number. So that'll give Yuma something to do. But yeah, I think we're at a pretty good point to stop here. This is Asher with more RimWorld. We're restarting. We're in Justin's Hollow, and of course, Justin, the female husky, is now cubes of husky meat. But we have cougar meat as well, so we shall eat. Husky has been avenged, as it were. But that's it for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see what comes with Cassandra. We kind of know what to expect in the coming days, but it'll always be interesting to see. So I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for sticking around. We'll do this again soon. And why in the world has this wall not been finished? Seriously, guys. Seriously. Let me do that now. I want this to be enclosed. Alright. I know you're having a good time shooting up everything, like that angry snake over there, but yeah, we still need defenses. And let's go ahead and do that too, while I'm thinking about it. We certainly should have enough components stored. Oh, well, what do you know? We should have enough components stored. I thought we did. We certainly have enough things fall into the ground. Okay, we don't need you hunting right now either. I know I already did the sign off and say that we're going to do this later on, but for real. Thank you for watching. It's a lot of fun, RimWorld. I do highly recommend it. Alpha 13 I'm very excited for. But we're just going to do this again next time and see if we can have a cougar pet or something else. Yeah, I think we have a pretty good start. And that's all you can really ask for sometimes. So thanks for watching, and we actually have a wanderer joining. I think this is an appropriate place to stop. A villager named Anna has arrived, joining the colony. She is a wandering healer. Anna's a family member of a colony. Oh, she's Inigo's ex-lover. Okay, hello. Let's see what we can find out about you real quick. Social here. Oh, so it's great. Ex-lover, ex-lover. They don't like each other. So it's not really relatives here. You come with a steel shiv and some silver and some meals. That's good. And you can do medicine, social, animals, artistic. So you don't really contribute a lot, but you can haul. And you're heat tolerant. Unfortunately, you're jealous, which is not great. But, hey, what can you do? That's it for now. This is Asher. Hope you enjoyed it. We're going to pick this up next time and see if we can make the jungle ours. We've already lost one of our own. But maybe, just maybe, that's the first step, a necessary step in the time to come. Thanks for watching. See you next time.